Sparks fly at a Boston elementary school, a popular playground destroyed by flames. And officials say that fire was
In May of last year, our playground was vandalized. A group of people, we don't know who they are, but they burnt down the playground.
Many parents and kids first learned about the fire when they arrived here at the Sumner school this morning. Many very upset.
You just had this real sense of, sadness and devastation. And it was towards the end of the school year, so it was almost like a, kind of punch to the gut.
People wanted to intervene right away and let's just put a new playground up. Luckily, I was able to reach out to Polly from the BSA Foundation. We've worked together in the past on a lot of projects, and she's been a great partner to the Sumner. The entire foundation has been wonderful. We talked about broadening the process instead of just going to a catalog and picking out, this playground will fit in this space, really trying to talk about a design process, which is great for the whole community.
The BSA Foundation is able to work on really large challenges, long-term challenges that the city faces in terms of mobility, equity, resiliency, but at the same time, we're working within neighborhoods on small interventions that really impact those community members. The BSA Foundation came and worked with the Sumner School, with the community members, with parents, with the educators, with the children.
I designed an outdoor classroom for the Sumner, and it would basically be a place where kids could have fun outside while learning.
The really delightful thing for me is that there's been engagement at the younger age where my kids, I have a 8-year-old and a 5-year-old, have started to help out with the design and feel very much invested in the process.
Here's this exhibit area where you get in science class you could come out here if you're studying frogs or habitat life. And I'm thinking of making, instead of just a sidewalk, it's grass.
We've worked together to come up with a timeline and a process where we could involve as much of the neighborhood, the school community, our students. So that's been really rewarding. And just letting them have a say in the process and empowering them and hopefully creating future advocates for great neighborhoods in the city of Boston.
I think it's cool that the designers are letting the kids help out, because usually in big decisions like what's going to be made, like a building, no one really listens to the child. And so now that kids are asked their opinions, they get to feel more of a part of their playground.
Construction will be over the summer, and then the kids will start school off in September with a brand new schoolyard. I think they'll really identify pieces of it that they really had a part of.
We're a tiny school, but we've got big hopes and big dreams. And the BSA Foundation is going to help us make those dreams a reality, and we're really excited about it.
The history of the Emerald Necklace starts with Frederick Law Olmsted. It was one of his seminal works in Boston. He actually strung together Boston's most unique and diverse landscapes. So it was a circuit that gave access to different communities, to nature.
Olmsted actually planned for the Emerald Necklace to go from Franklin Park all the way to the waterfront, which is essentially along the Columbia Road corridor, which was never finished. The BSA Foundation has brought together a number of diverse thinkers that cover the range of issues that we should be considering in thinking about the Columbia Road corridor.
How do you serve the different needs of our different resident populations, whether that's different because of age, different because of background, or different because of where you're getting to and from, and connecting those people who might not otherwise be connected as easily to each other and to incredible assets in the city of Boston that you can actually get to and be more easily a part of if this road really serves our people in the way that they dream about.
So at the end of it, our hope is that we're able to give a set of tools and framework to get going as we move forward to the next phases of thinking about Columbia Road Corridor.
The key considerations in my mind start at the very top with equity and access to open space. How does this give them an opportunity for economic growth? How do you take public transit and turn it around and make it a better way to get around the city?
We want to make sure that as we begin this process, we envision it to be a green transit corridor that serves its residents to the fullest capacity it can.
I think that as transportation changes, as our energy challenges and our climate challenges increase, we know that we need to increase connectivity. And so Columbia Road, I think, has opportunities for that.
Any conversation going forward about the Columbia Road Corridor has to be rooted in this idea of how you deliver the benefits to the community and at the same time ensure that the people in the community continue to live in the community and not be displaced.
Designing cities and making them to success is a very complicated process. More and more cross-pollination, more and more on-the-ground action is key.
If it wasn't for the foundation, I'm not sure that we would have the opportunity to really look outside Boston for others' ideas or strategies from both national and international cities.
The BSA Foundation has brought to this incredible value in terms of how it can provide and promote positive change within the city and within each community.
The vision is that by the year 2030, the city of Boston will be seen as the global model for an equitable, resilient, and architecturally vibrant city.